Everybody, it is Scott, the Treasure Coast Picker, and I'm coming to you with another haul video. Haven't done one in a while. I think last week we did a sale video, so we're going to do a haul video of some things I've picked up over the last week to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks tops. And we'll do some clothing and some non-clothing items alike. And let's start off with some Peter Millar shirts. These Peter Millar shirts are all cotton, and I found 5 of them at a thrift store, and they were a little higher than usual. These were $6 a piece. They're all cotton. They're all the same size. Here's a nice blue one. You can see that. Peter Millar. There's no golf logos or anything on these. They're just regular, plain old, nice Peter Millar shirts. And they're very colorful, blues, pinks, grays. And I got one has a stain. Here's the 4th one. It's gray. It's kind of a nice gray pattern. See that pattern in there? And I think I said I paid $6 each for these. Here's the 5th one. The only one I'm holding this one out is because it has a small stain on it, and I've been trying to get the stain out of it, and it's almost gone. So what I may do is I have these lotted up for four shirts. I may add the 5th one as a bonus, and if the buyer can get the stain out, then that's a bonus for him. A couple of ties. We have these. These were 50 cents a piece. And this is Bugs Bunny. Where are you? Bugs Bunny. And it's a Space Jam tie from the movie. Where is that? Here it is, Space Jam. And from a company called Tyrac, 1996 Warner Brothers. So this has got a few years on it. It's in great shape. Paid 50 cents. I've already got it listed. I'm not sure what I have listed it for. Maybe $15. And next tie up is a Mini Gildo Zegna. All silk, made in Italy. There's the Zegna logo band on the back. And the tie itself, if we can get into the light, is a dark blue with some little, looks like sunbursts and some red stuff on it. Anyway, it's all silk. There's the logo here. There it is, the label. A Mini Gildo Zegna. And again, 50 cents. These should probably bring $25, I don't know. Ties are funny because they can sit for a long time. And the last one is also on a Mini Gildo Zegna. This is kind of atypical for a Zegna, but it's the real deal. It's all silk, made in Italy, great pattern, very colorful. Again, the label on the back. And it also has the, you can't see it here, but it has inside the real Zegnas will have you can't really see it in light, but the name will be inside the lining as well. And again, this should be in the $25 range for 50 cents. Here's an oddball item that I found. We went to an estate sale, and we bought a bunch of stuff, and we basically brought it up to the front and said, we'll give you $10 for everything. There's a few things for myself and a few things for my wife. This is from 1941, published by Doubleday, and it is a Music Lover's Guide to the Great Composers. And on the flip side, which you can't see because I've got it in a plastic cardboard holder rather, is the Guide to Great Operas. And it's dated 1941. And what you do is you move the wheel around, and there's different composers, and it gives you information in the middle here. It gives you information about where he's from and his famous works and stuff like that. And the same thing with the opera. So I thought, pay next to nothing for it. I've got it listed for $15. There's another one online. The guy's got it listed for quite a bit more. So I think this might sell to some opera lover. And we'll get lucky with that one. I don't usually buy electronics, but I found this for $5. It's kind of I don't know what the year of this thing would be, but it's a GE, here we go, GE clock radio with a cassette player. So cassette player, what is that, 80s? Maybe from the 80s, 70s? And it works really well. It lights up. The timer works fine. The radio comes on, plays well. The only thing I haven't tested is the cassette, because with all the junk I have, I don't have a cassette to test it with. So I got to go out and thrift myself a cassette or dig around the basement or something, see if I can find one, test it out. And I'll do a little video of it working so people will know that it's a good item. But maybe $30 for that. I paid $5. Then we went to a garage sale, and you don't usually find Robert Graham shirts at a garage sale. But I live in the kind of town where sometimes that's possible, I guess. These were $5. Beautiful shirt, blue stripe, blue with some brown in it, some tan, uh, button down, regular cuffs, and a nice paisley flip cuff. And grams don't go as well as they used to because they're kind of saturated, but I've got this up for around 40 bucks, and I think it might get it because this is a nice one. People love this embroidery on the inside, even though when you wear it, you don't see the embroidery. Next up from the same sale, this is an all silk made in Italy, Roberto Cavalli. Ooh, there you go, Roberto Cavalli. I don't know if you can see that in the light because it's kind of a red on black logo. And it's got a very, very smooth, silky feel to it because it is silk. And it's got this wonderful snakeskin pattern, which is kind of a whites and darks, and it almost moves. It's such a cool shirt. I put this one up high for $125 because the Cavalli shirts are very expensive shirts. And again, I only paid $5, so we'll see where it goes. Can always come down on that. Next shirt again is another Robert Graham from the same sale, $5. And see if you can see that logo. The Robert Graham embroidery is in yellow, and there's some other design underneath it. And this also has a very cool. It's a blue plaid shirt, but it's got a very vibrant flip cuff pattern on it. So I have this up for 42. Somebody offered 30. I didn't take it because I had several watchers. So I'm going to ride it out and see what happens, see if we can get the $42 for it. Here's another shirt that this was kind of a bust. What did we pay for this? The grams were $5. This was more. This was about $7, and I liked it because it's a double XLT, so double X and long, tall, or whatever it is. Bagacciolo. It's a very nice beige stripe, and if you can see it, it's got kind of an overprint of leaves and flowers. Hard to see in this lighting, but the whole shirt has this overprint. The only bad thing is I looked this shirt over really well. It's got nice pink buttons, little pink buttons on it, and I thought, great, got it home, and I found this on the back of the sleeve. Can you see those? A little couple of ink spots. There's like 3 little ink spots. I photographed it. I listed it that way. Don't know what we'll get for it. I'm not even sure what I put it up for, but I did it. The only good thing about the spots is they're on the inside where you won't see them. They're under the side that doesn't, the inside of the shirt. One more shirt from that sale with a $5 grams. This was not a gram. This is Luciano Visconti. Luciano Visconti. You can see it's a purple and blue striped shirt. Really nice striped shirt. And it's got this pink and blue and white little circles flip cuff pattern. And it's a nice feel to it. It's cotton and something called modal, which is, I don't know what modal is, but that's the fabric. It's like 70% cotton and 30% modal. Nice shirt. I think it'll sell well. These people at this garage sale had some really nice stuff. And I think they had a restaurant or something that they owned. So they probably had some bucks. These 2 shirts I got, again, at a local thrift store. I paid a little high for them because they're new without tags. The brand is Antigua of Scottsdale. They're extra large. And it is the Miami Dolphins. It's a Miami Dolphins polo shirt. It's got the Dolphins logo. There it is. Embroidered on the chest. And there's a pocket on the other side. No embroidery. Just a nice pocket with a button closure. It's an extra large. You can tell it's never been worn. It's got the creases in it from new. So these were a little high. These were like $7 a piece. And here's another one. This one I like even better because it's closer to the Dolphins colors. It has this is got that aqua color on it. And there's the Dolphins logo. And it's Antigua XL, Antigua of Scottsdale. And really, really nice shirts. And I think these will go for like $24, $25. Hopefully. Come back to me. All right. Next up is another item, which is, let's do this. Let's do this calculator, which I found for $4.99. It's a Canon P1DH-V palm-size printing calculator. It's in the box, but it's not new in the box. I believe it's been used. I got to get a roll of paper for it. You know, it turns on. I got to get some paper in it to see if it actually prints, because it could be, you know, may need an ink cartridge. I don't know until I get it tested. But probably 20 bucks for this. I paid $4.99. So maybe we can get 20, 25 out of it if it's working. And again, we'll probably do a demo video, a 20-second video to show people that it does work. Here's a shirt I got at Goodwill. Tommy Bahama. And I don't usually pick up Tommy Bahama long sleeve shirts because they don't sell as well as the short sleeves. But this is new with tags. And I get into my light here. This is new with tags. It's a Tommy Bahama long sleeve plaid. And the thing about it is the tag price was $148. I paid up for this. I paid $9, $8.99 for this at Goodwill. Goodwills in New Jersey are getting more and more expensive. I much prefer thrifting in Florida, where they're a lot more reasonable at Goodwill. But you couldn't pass up a $148 shirt for $9. And I will probably shoot for around $50 on this one, because you're not going to get anywhere near $148 for it. We did that. We did this. Let's do some mugs. These are Royal Doulton. It says character jugs from Williamsburg. And these were $5 each at Goodwill. They're in perfect shape. And this one is called the Apothecary, which is the druggist, the drugstore guy. And this is the mortar and pestle that he uses to crush the pills in those days, back in the day. And we paid $5. And he's in great shape. And I think we can get somewhere in the 20-25 range for him. And here's another one from the same group. This is the Jailer. It's spelled G-A-E-L-O-R, but it's Jailer, probably the old-fashioned spelling of it. And there's the keys to his lockup, and he also has the Royal Doulton markings and numbers on the bottom. He was $5, and I expect, like I said, probably $25, maybe even get $30 for this guy. He's interesting with the keys, the key handle like that. And the third mug in this group is not really from the group, because it's a Royal Doulton, and this one is Sancho Panza, who was the sidekick for Don Quixote. And it's a really nice, I don't know if it's a likeness because I don't really look like, but what I like about this is the donkey handle. His faithful companion, I believe, was his donkey, and the handle is the donkey. And I think this will also bring in the 25 to 30 range. I hope. We only paid $5 for them. And those are the Royal Doulton mugs. And some more shirts we have. We have this brand new with tags. National Hockey League, NHL, officially licensed. Chicago Blackhawks flannel shirt. Now this is a really nice shirt. It's a size large. And it's just in time for the fall and for the hockey season, which is coming up in the wintertime. And brand new with tags. The company is KEWL. Cool. I never heard of that company before, but it's got the embroidery on the front. It's got this wonderful Chicago Blackhawks embroidery on the back, right across the back of the shoulders. And on this arm, there's I can't really, it's kind of on the crease, so I can't show you, but it's just Chicago 1926 or something like that. So this is a great shirt. It's got the hologram, the officially licensed stuff there to show it's an official NHL product. And I think they retail around $49. I paid $5.99 for this Goodwill. And I hope we can get about $30, $35 for that. All right, we're getting down to nitty gritty here. These items were the same garage sale that I bought this item at. As I said, we lotted a bunch of stuff together and we said, we'll give you $10 for everything. This is a Matchbox collection anniversary gift set or something like that. Special collector gift set. Pills, potions, and powders. And what it is it's vintage Ford trucks. And they have the logos of the old logos of like Bayer Aspirin and Milk of Magnesia and what are the other ones on there? Tiger Balm, cod liver oil, and Vicks Vapor Rub. Now this was opened, but they're all there. It's in good shape, maybe 30 bucks. I don't know, I paid almost next to nothing for this. And the other one we got in the same sale was this one. This one's still sealed, and it's 75 years of a collector anniversary car set for the Canadian Tire Corporation. And it's 6 vintage Ford or Chevy trucks, Ford and Chevy trucks, with different Canadian Tire logos on the side, depicting the different early years of the company. I've got this one up for $50. It's brand new. It's sealed. It's never been opened like the other one was open because the cars were not in their proper slots. This one is still sealed, taped on the sides, never been opened. I said I paid like $2.50 a piece for that when you can lot it in with all the stuff we bought. And next up, I need some information on this one. This was $3.75 at Goodwill. It's an MTV Rock and Jock. Sorry about that. Rock and Jock baseball shirt. I won't call it a jersey because it's not very heavy. It's just a nice cotton shirt. But MTV Rock and Jocks were, I think, shows they did back in the baseball games and basketball games. There's nothing on the back, and the only thing on the front is what I showed you. Had the Rock and Jock logo, and I don't think it was a player shirt. I looked at some old MTV videos, and the players wore different uniforms, so it might have been a staff member shirt. And I don't want to list it and say that it's something that it's not. So if anybody has any information on what this might have been, please comment below, because I don't want to mislead anybody, but it's in beautiful condition. It was made in USA by a company called Zach. And so if you know, let me know. I could use the help. And finally, last but not least, at the same garage sale I bought the Robert Graham shirts at, we got these Nudie glasses. I say Nudie because supposedly when you put the ice in the cold drink, the clothes disappear. They're in the box. I got 3 of them, 3 different ones. What was interesting though is on the back it says, I don't know what that says. Well, actually, I do know now because I Googled it. I put it into Google Translate, and it came up as Polish, and it says something like "tastes better cold" or "tastes better when cold," something like that. So I've got the one girl here in a bikini. These were $1 a piece, and there's another one kind of laying back and doing what she's doing there. And again, the same phrase on the back: "tastes better when cold." And the third one is another bikini girl. And again, the Polish writing on back. So these might have legs. I don't know if I should lot them together as 3 or sell them individually. 3 is kind of an odd number, and so I might go individually with these. I think we've covered everything. I don't see anything lying around that I might have missed. So that's it for this whole video. I hope you saw something you liked. Maybe you run across these things, you'll pick them up yourself. And hopefully they'll sell quickly, and I can do a sale video and report back with some of these, some of the sales we've done on these items. If you like, please comment and subscribe below, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.